to the Intuitive Teacup, my friends. These tarot readings are meant to motivate, empower, and inspire you. Please keep an open heart and an open mind as you watch these general readings, as some material will resonate and some might not. Do have faith it is serving someone out there, and take away only what resonates for you. Please release the rest. Feel free to book a personal reading with me if you would like something catered specifically to your inquiries and energy. That information is down below for you. You are responsible for all actions and decisions and the vibe that you bring to this channel. This is optional advice or guidance, and of course, you will always have free will. Check the box below for my social media links, the decks I use, and more information on this channel. Let's hop into your tarot reading. What's up, fire signs, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius? Welcome to your Lil Sips mini love tarot reading. Timestamps are right down below for you. Let's go backwards. Let's start with Sagittarius. How you guys doing? What's up, Sag gang? Let's talk about your love life. We're going to split the deck here. Sagittarius, what's coming up in your spread? Knight of Flamingos. All right. All right, so possibly a Gemini. Possibly a soulmate Gemini. All right, so we do have some... See, I'm not sure you think they're a soulmate, but they may think that you are. Yeah, in fact, I feel like you're going to sweep the rug out from under this person, because male or female, it's like this person has it set in their head or in their heart that, like, you guys have this really strong spiritual connection, and I feel like you don't know what to do with it. I feel like I get this message for you guys a lot, so I apologize if it's not your message, but clearly it's coming back over for a reason. It's like you don't want to be the bad guy and tell this person, like, I don't feel the same. But in the interim, the thing is, I think you're going to eventually. But in the interim, you're just like, oh. Like every time they text you or call you, it's like you avoid the call or you try and keep it really short and brief. Because here's the thing. I think that you are hoping that they pick up on your subtlety. And unfortunately, they're not picking up on that subtlety. Especially your Gemini, possibly an Aries. It doesn't have to be that. But yeah, it's someone who views you as like their counterpart. They very much are it. And for some of you, this could be someone you've been with for quite a long time, and they're wanting like marriage and proposals, and you're just like, oh. Whether you are the male or female, right? Yeah, there's something that's coming through more on your person's end. So then let's see what's going on over here. You have Knight of Swords, Four of Swords. Yeah, I feel like there's you delaying putting off the inevitable because, you know, I get it. You don't want to hurt somebody's feelings. But you're headed into something more dynamic. Yeah, what is the expression? The only way I can express this is like, you're going to break some hearts, Sagittarius, as you are probably very familiar with that, right? Or vice versa, right? I mean, this could be you too. So I will say that if you're blowing up someone's phone and you feel like they're growing distant or they used to always respond and now they don't, that's a sign. You know, as much as you want to give the person the benefit of the doubt, like, as, you know, silly as it says, just ask them. Like, that would save you so much trouble. If you are in the position of feeling like your person's getting distant and cold from you, and the thing is, Sag, you're very smart, you're very intuitive, you probably already sense that this person isn't responding for a reason. So, again, rather than putting on the rose-tinted glass of, like, they're busy, it's a pandemic. They're not that busy, right? Do you understand what I mean? For most of you, though, I think you're the one who you're like, oh, it's so uncomfortable and I don't know what to tell them. And I think for some of you, it got more complicated because maybe you slept with them. So maybe there was unreciprocated feelings. Even going into that, it was just like you thought it was like this no big deal and they didn't view it as that, unfortunately. Yeah, like this person's like ready to build a house with you or like a family. So, but then your energy towards that is Nine of Swords. You're just like, oh, it's uncomfortable. I don't know what to do. All right, so let's read for that first, because ultimately I am here to help you. What can I tell Sagittarius if they... You have the Death card. It's over. It's ending. Angel of Transformation. So I suppose we could argue, you know, for some of you it may be transforming into something else other than what it is. But for most of you out there, this is saying, yeah, it's an ending. It's okay to let it go. It's okay to let something go that just feels okay, knowing that there's always going to be something else better when... I want to be careful I say it. It's not to say the grass is always greener. That's not what I meant. What I'm getting at is, you know, this isn't checking all the boxes, and so why are we avoiding the inevitable? It's like, if you know in your heart this doesn't feel right, you have to have faith that something else out there will feel right, that you will finally know. Interesting. All right, so for some of you dealing... Well, hold on. Okay, so interesting. I am sort of getting a message, though, that some of you may have fallen into the pitfall, the trap of always thinking the next one will be better. So, just be careful with Four of Wands. Make sure it's not like this karmic cycle that keeps kind of repeating, and that, the minute it gets too serious, you dip out, right? Which, I don't mean to always lay that on you guys, but fire signs tend to have that reputation. Certainly not all of you, right? But it is just making you aware of that. If it is a pattern of your behavior where, when things get too real, when things get too serious, you jump. Obviously, that's something the universe is trying to get you to see and work on. Okay? Don't shoot the messenger. For others of you, if you are in a situation where it's getting more intense, for lack of a better word, and you want to flee, but here's the thing. I think I respect a lot of you because you're wanting to do it in the proper way. Unfortunately, it's like you don't know what the proper way is, and so you're delaying it. I don't think you're delaying it because you don't want to take responsibility. I think you don't want to hurt this person, and it could be one of those things where every time you've tried to do it, either you got cold feet or something happened where you're like, oh, it's not the right day, or it's not the right time. Maybe your person lost their job the day you were going to tell them that. You're like, oh, well, shelve that for next week, right? Do you want a commitment with this person? If you don't, you're being asked to step up, male or female, into the leadership position and kind of take the bull by the horns. I was going to take the reins like Chariot, right? Yeah, you have to step up and do what is right for you. And a lot of you, the way these cards are falling, it's like you're looking away from commitment, the angel of commitment. Now that, again, that's this whole message I'm getting of, do you always do this though? So again, male or female, it's just making you aware, right? If you're getting into a relationship, if you know you're not looking for anything serious, and that's fine, you would be best to lay that on like right out the gate. And I know it's like, oh, well, I don't want to scare them away because you never know. But if you're pretty sure that like you're not looking to rush into marriage, I would put those cards on the table very early on, because it would do you a disservice to do otherwise, and also you would kind of be kind of leading someone on. Do you know what I mean? So let's talk about what's coming in, because I can already tell you're excited for something else. It's more dramatic. It's more exciting. So you may have something with a Leo or a Gemini coming in, and you might be dealing with two Geminis, because I do definitely have, I have the Lovers card twice, which is by default Gemini's card, the twin. It could also represent the idea of the twin flame or the karmic relationship, meaning there's something value for you to learn in this, but it may not necessarily be, the one you grow old with, right? And completely up to you. You're headed towards drama, so I don't know if that's a good thing. It could be someone who's involved in like acting, like drama and theater. That could be you as well. But you seem much more excited and enthused to go after this, so this might not have come in yet. In fact, for some of you, this will happen when you actually energetically detach from the other. Now, when I say energetically detach, I don't just mean up and leave and not say why, right? When you deal with the relationship, again, in a leadership type way, right, with integrity, you open a door for something new to come in, and it might be with a male air sign, a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Doesn't have to be. Something about the color blue is very important, so maybe they have blue eyes, or maybe they have blue hair. The Death card. All right, so some of you got Scorpio coming in. Okay, so this is also saying to me, I don't ever do fear-based readings, right? And this is not literal death. Here's where I'm going with this. For a lot of you, again, this whole thing about I'm putting it off because it's awkward and I don't know how they're going to respond. You do know how they're going to respond. That's why this is so hard. They are going to be pissed. Like, they're going to be, I hate to use the word livid, but that's kind of what I'm getting. So, again, you are only responsible for how you deal with the situation. You can't control how other people think and respond and act. If anything, if you are very truthful and honest and forward with this person and they still just, have a shit fit, ultimately it's pointing out the fact that, yeah, they weren't really in a good place emotionally. Maybe they were too clingy. Maybe they were too codependent. Maybe whatever. So it is highlighting and confirming what you were intuitively feeling. Like, something about this just doesn't feel right to me. To me, again, I don't mean to put fear in your heart. Just, the message here, though, is like, yeah, they're not going to take it well. So again, do it very gently. Do unto others. If someone was breaking up with you, how would you want it done? And I mean, maybe that's different, right? Maybe you're just like, rip the Band-Aid off and, this person, it feels like they have very strong Cancer in their chart. You have to be very gentle, especially if it's like a Cancer gem cusper. Because yeah, I kind of feel for your person, but I get it though. Like the emotions are not reciprocated, but this person's like, it's gonna feel like they got punched in the gut when you break up with them. My poor cross watchers crossing on Sag. Aw. Anyway, yeah, it's saying this isn't going to go well. So again, best just get it over with rather than making yourself more anxious by putting it off. So if some of you aren't breaking up with a Cancer, some of you have a Cancer coming in, a Cancer or a Scorpio. So it looks like there's definitely some potential for water in your future. Also, maybe a fire sign, especially a Scorpio Sag cusp or someone who has a lot of fire. Though I guess it could be any water fire cusp. So, or I should have said that reverse, water fire cusp. So Cancer, Leo, Aries, Pisces, you guys know what I mean, right? It could be someone who has both in their chart. Okay, so I'm getting all these messages about the breakup, so I have to take that into consideration that the universe is trying to really hone in on that message versus the other one. Because, yeah, it's like don't count your eggs before they hatch. Before you start planning the next relationship and rushing into someone else, it's like, okay, that makes sense to me. It's like we really have to finish this one out properly. To me, there is a message here that some of you may still be with someone, and again, that person who it's going to be drama. In fact, that's what this could be, drama breaking up with this person. Maybe don't mention third-party stuff, because I sort of get the idea that whether you've slept with someone or not, it's like there's someone else lingering, which I think is sort of, what is a good word for it? You may have caught eyes for someone else or be flirting with the idea of someone else. Don't bring that into the equation with your first person. Like, person A is who you need to break up with. Person B, it's like, yeah, maybe in a couple of weeks we'll deal with that. Don't intersect the two. It's like a clean breaks is what I'm getting here, especially in this death card. It's a pretty gruesome, brutal one. It's like this person is not taking the news well when you tell them, and in the background you can't see it because it's really far away. There's like a couple all cozy and cuddling in bed, and like, yeah, it's like third-party stuff is going to make this so much more complicated than it needs to be. So again, do kind of your due diligence here and end something before you engage in something else. So then let's swing this in a optimistic direction, a positive direction. Let's assume that for my Sagittarians who relate to this, if they do go through those proper channels and end something with someone who there just wasn't enough emphasis, or not emphasis, wasn't enough substance, what's coming in for them? So again, I'm hearing something with a Cancer or possibly someone who's like a musician, or I'm hearing the word band. So I don't know. Band. I don't know what that is. Someone might be German actually, or speak German, or have grown up in Germany. Someone who may have spent time overseas, or that could be you, Sag, right? I mean, this one looks good. Page of Pentacles. Small offers to build something. 3 of Wands. Okay, this is cute. And the King of Wands. Okay, you have King of Wands here twice, so some of you may be dealing with another fire sign, an Aries, Leo, Sag. So this says to me, okay, I don't know how else to say this, but I keep seeing you not breaking up with someone, but engaging with someone else simultaneously, so careful, Sag. I just don't see that going well. So anyway, I'm not here to reprimand you or judge you. It's not about that. I'm just advice or guidance, like break this one off so you can enjoy this one more. The thing is, I already think you guys are both interested in each other. This is probably a new person or someone else you've kind of been seeing. Do you understand what I mean? I think it's like you feel like you've had to be really hush-hush and secretive about it. And to me, it's like there's this really beautiful story of like, once you get past this other lover or whoever this was, you guys don't have to hide it anymore, and you can actually be together, and it's really beautiful and it's really fun. And 3 of Wands, it's like you've been waiting for this moment, and it feels like it's really good. This could also be, okay, for a lot of you, this could also be someone who's exiting a divorce or, like a marriage. And it's like, you're technically not together and you're not living together, but it could be the completion of a marriage contract a divorce contract, or however you want to say it. And it's like, it's been driving you nuts. It's been very weighted and very heavy. It says to me that there will be victory at the end of this, but it has kind of put you through the ringer. I do see that. It's been really stalled and delayed. There's been a waiting game. Again, the death card in that sense is very positive. Like, it will end. Like, get me out of this hellhole. It will end. You will be out of there. And there is kind of like this sweet relief on the other side. In fact, some of you have had a really good friend that's kind of nursed you through a period of healing, or if it's just kind of rebuilding your life from, again, like maybe a messy divorce or a messy relationship, God forbid, like an abusive relationship. It could be you had someone kind of, I'm sort of getting like nurse you back to health. It just seemed like a really beautiful way. They've been like a nice little co-pilot and companion for you. Again, with more fire, King of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sag. And Scorpio and Cancer are kind of wanting to be seen here as well. So this person loves you a lot. There's a lot of red hair. So I don't know if that's you or your person. Is that your German person? I don't know why that came up, but blue eyes. Yeah, I don't know. Something about red boots or leather boots. I don't know what that is, Sag. It looks good. You just got to get through the rest of it. Yeah, a lot of you, there's a divorce. That's the major message coming through here the more I look at it. And if it's not a literal divorce, it feels like a divorce because it's been really long and drawn out. And you want it to be over. But I guess the only thing I would say is that I kind of see you being an instigator and delaying it. Not because you want to, because again, it's hard to be that person, right? I totally get that. But it will be worth it in the end because I think you have something better coming along and it just feels better. It's nice. It feels like you can relax and let your hair down with this person. I sense that there was like a lot of arguing with your, this one coming up over here. So yeah, it's best to kind of let that go so you guys can kind of go off in your own directions. That's sort of what's coming through here. Yeah, so if you're single and looking, my bet's on Scorpio or Cancer or possibly a Leo. All right, let's move on to our fellow fire signs. We'll do Leo next. All right, let me shuffle these back in. Thanks for joining me, Sag. Like, share, and subscribe. I would appreciate it if you like this channel. Word of mouth helps a lot. I can't beat 2,400 subs. I've been like, every time I post a video, I actually lose subs, which is really disheartening, but whatever. It's a game. You got to play it, I guess, right? The YouTube game. But yeah, every time I post, I lose subs. So help me gain back some of my subs. I don't know what's happening. All right, so let's stick with this deck. Why not for Leo? Should we though? 9 of Swords, 8 of Pentacles. Yeah, no. Let's try for happy messages. All right, let's go ahead and connect with Leo. Leo. What's up, Leo? Let's talk about your love and romantic life. What's coming in for Leo? Or where's Leo at? The moon. Pisces is coming in. A Pisces that you work with. A Pisces that you had a dream about. Or a Pisces who is a fisherman. It doesn't have to be a Pisces. Yeah, someone who's a fisherman. That's coming up really strongly here. Or something about seafood. I don't know if they cooked you like a seafood dinner or. I know these are so random. I get weird hits like that every now and then. I'm like, I sound like a crazy person. Yeah, something about seafood or spending time. Maybe it's like spending time by the ocean. I don't know. Whatever. All right, so then let's see. Ooh, there's fierce competition for your Aries. In fact, okay, so this feels like you were interested in someone, and this isn't metaphor, this isn't literal, but it's almost like they're watching everybody duke it out and deciding who they're going to pick. It's almost like this person's, I don't know if they're playing hard to get, but here's the thing. I don't hate this because the way it's being depicted, it's not really from a place of arrogance. It's that this person is not wanting to make the wrong decision. You might be dealing with a Sagittarius or an Aries. It could be that they came out of a relationship or possibly a marriage they were in for a very long time and they just weren't happy. And so now that they're back on the dating field or, dating game, whatever, they're kind of enjoying it. And here's the thing, Leo, I promise you, like I would tell you if I saw this, I don't get the vibe that they're sleeping with everybody in town. That's not their main goal. In fact, it's really the opposite, but I think you're interpreting it as they're playing head games and hard to get and this and that. I mean, flat out, I'm going to say what I always say. If you're texting this person and they're not texting you back, it's not that hard to send a text to someone. So don't give them too much benefit of the doubt if that's your situation. If anything, it feels like maybe they're taking it too slow and you're like, I thought we would have made out by now or something like that. Again, it's not that they're not interested. I do want you to know, it seems like they have other offers, which they are entertaining. But again, I think they're treating all the offers the same and that they're not rushing in with one over the other. They're really trying to maintain their stability. And I'm getting the idea that they've had to rebuild from something very difficult. And this could be you too, Leo, right? So before just, picking a random person and, whatever, being exclusive or choosing to date them or sleep with them or whatever, they're being more choosy. And I don't know how else to say it other than I hate to say comparing you, but that is sort of what I'm seeing with the other options. So this feels very much like dating app type dating. So if that's not you, this might not be your story, but it seems like they're having like 3 or 4 conversations and like feeling it out. This person may be a Libra. Yeah, very likely a Libra or a Scorpio. Or that could be the other one in the mix. All right, so then tell me, what does Leo need to know about this? In fact, let's, and again, Pisces is coming through here, Sagittarius and Aquarius. Someone coming out of a marriage, someone may be going through a very difficult divorce too. I see that as well. The Fool says they want to be free, they want to start fresh, they don't want any baggage, emotional, whatever. But with 5 of Wands, it could be a fight to the death. It could be a struggle to get to the end of that marriage. And so if that's the case, the thing is, despite having been in a marriage that was very unhappy or whatever, they actually still view love in a way where it's like, I want to find my soulmate. They're not looking at it as like, I'm never getting married again. And they may tell you that, but it's not the truth. The thing is, they're looking for someone because they never want to go through like the hell that they went through with their ex-wife or their ex-husband. They're looking for a soulmate, but that's why they're so slow to the uptake, is that they don't want to rush the decision. And I don't say that to make you guys feel scared or, scare you away of like, oh, well, they're looking for marriage. Like, and I'm not saying that. I'm saying that they're being choosy because it feels like they're a little bit jaded or exhausted and that they don't want to go through all the motions. It's like, to be honest, I don't sense that they're lazy. I just think that they've had their heart broken. So if they could snap their fingers and get to know their person they're dating instantly, they would do that, because it's like they're a little bit exhausted to go through like the early honeymoon stage of romance again, not knowing if it's going to work out. And unfortunately, they have no choice, right? I mean, we don't have a crystal ball. We can't totally predict, right, if this is going to last. We can try. That's what tarot's for. But I mean, even so, people's energy change. And to be honest, this person's energy right now is fickle. I'm not even sure they know what they want. So yes, let's ask about Leo. They got a really cute dog, or I'm even seeing like hedgehog. People, not hedgehog, but what do people have, like guinea pigs? That's the word I was looking for. They have like a pet guinea pig or something. Or if it's not a guinea pig, it's some sort of like slightly unusual animal, like, like a snake or a spider, like something that you're like, oh, you have that's your pet? Like, it could even be like a lizard or something. I don't know. Anyway, moving on. So where does Leo stand in this? The thing is, I don't think you know that you're competing for this person's affection, but... So, Leo, you got 10 of Cups, so that looks pretty good to me. Y'all know we love the 10 of Cups, right? Unless, of course, it means someone is already married. The thing is, I don't think, if this person is, I think they're getting out of a marriage. Or they're very conflicted, right? If they're married but not super happy, it seems to me that they're kind of looking at their mistresses and deciding what to do. Yeah, there's something about having a higher perspective. This person is taking time to think about it because they're so in the thick of like the divorce or the thick of the chaos. It's like they can't see the forest from the trees. That's actually a really good metaphor here. It's like they're trying to like see above the bullshit and like see light at the end of the tunnel, but they don't see it yet. And so their view is a little bit, if not pessimistic, just uncertain. And I think this person kind of I'm hearing the word humble pie, or almost like they feel like they got their ass handed to them, because at one point in time they had so much love and adoration for this person, and then it crumbled. It didn't work. And so that took its toll on them. And so I think they are rebuilding themselves. Any of my Leos like to sew or like to knit. Something about that is significant. I don't know if this person finds that particularly endearing, or something about crocheting or knitting or sewing. You may have sewn like an emblem or a patch or something for them, or I don't know what that is, but they think it's very cute. They think it's very endearing. It could be some conversation you had. I see you pining away after this person. And Leo, I also see you getting really agitated and upset that this isn't moving faster. Again, that's probably a lesson from the universe that, good things come to those who wait. I am not saying put your life on pause for this person. I am not saying that you should be giving the benefit of the doubt to someone who is sleeping around, and, use your logic. But what the cards show me is this person is just slow. They're taking their time. Maybe it could be a Capricorn too. I see you justifying in your head, well, they're not texting me, so I guess this is over. Like, literally just like, that's it, I'm done with them, I'm blocking them, I'm never texting them again. Completely unwarranted, though, because you still are in love with them. So, like, don't do that. Like, it's like I don't even know how to describe it, but you understand what I mean? It's like you're playing this, it's almost like you're playing a game with yourself, but you know you're going to end up the loser because, again, you're doing this like, well, they haven't texted me, and I'm just, forget about it, it's over. But you're like, what are they doing on Facebook? Like, don't do that. Just like that, that's childish. Don't be like that. I think there's a lot of you who have lost hope in this. I think you assume this cycle has closed out and this person has lost interest, but you're still holding a place for them in their heart. And the thing is, they still see you. They have not forgotten about you. This seems very familiar, Leo. Didn't I give you a similar reading last week? Yeah, a lot of you, someone, whether this is you or them, they're getting rid of a Scorpio in their life. Yeah, the tower moment with a Scorpio, it just or an Aries, something with Mars and anger and divorce and tower moment type stuff. We got to get that out of the way, then this could take off. Yeah, this person has not forgotten. It's possible that you guys may date for a bit and then break up because again, this person just isn't in a good place to love openly. Some of you, this person is like a single mom or a single dad, and that will always be their priority. So just know that in advance. But yeah, then there's your Knight of Cups. So this does come back around in terms of like a little bit of romance and wanting to move things forward, right? Knights we like to see. Knights bring change and movement into our life, and I'm asking specifically about this person. Well, there's the Knight of Cups showing up, right? So I mean, cups being our love, our emotions, our feelings, our romantic relationships. Yeah. Some of you may end up choosing to go towards a male air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, which I didn't have much of over here. I had maybe a little bit of Aquarian vibes, but there is also the star in reverse over here. So again, there could have been a divorce or a separation with an Aquarius, whether that was your person or you. And again, Aquarius, Pisces, cuspers, double confirmations there. While you're, I don't want to say waiting on this person, but while this person is figuring their life out and you're giving them a little space, you may entertain dating a male air sign, a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. It could be a female, but to be honest, it feels very masculine to me. So whether you are male or female, there may be an air sign coming in who you guys may date. For others of you, you will get very, I actually like this. You will get clarity and absolute knowledge or word of where your person stands romantically. And the thing is, here's what I think they're going to tell you. Exactly what I told you. I think they're going to say, in different words, my defenses are up because I have choices, but I don't know what to choose or who to choose. It's like, I don't know what I want. They're still trying to merge it's like two things inside of them. I don't know how it's like head over heart decisions or vice versa. I think they're attracted to you and see you romantically, but they're also dealing with either marriage or divorce, and they're having to put a lot of work into that. There may even be some sort of lawsuit or settlement they're going through. Oh, but there's your Queen of Swords. All right, so then there's the divine pairing of this person who's messaging you about feelings. So again, this may, and I don't mean to make it a gender thing, this could be same-sex couples as well, but in order for these two who are a couple by element, right, because they're sword cards, for him to get to her, we got to go through a lot of stuff in between, but is it possible? Absolutely. There's your Ace of Cups, right? When there's an ending of the old chapter in this person's life, it feels like this person got started on a new chapter when they didn't wrap up the old one, and that's interesting because that's sort of what was going on in Sagittarius's reading too. It would serve you well to just, maybe agree to be friends or whatever, or say what you mean, right? If you don't want to be friends, if you want to date this person romantically and that's it, tell them that. But again, don't shoot yourself in the foot by being like, well, I'm not open to that, but I still love them. Like, yeah, don't confuse the universe. Like, say what you mean and stick to it. Do it with like integrity and honesty. Something about this feels like it may come around again, but I have to be honest, it feels like there's a delay. Okay, so you have the Scorpio card 3 times. So the Death card, right? Endings of cycles. That could also be a timestamp. I know, don't shoot the messenger, Leo, but this could be something that comes around in Scorpio season, and that's a while away, right? Scorpio season is like mid to late October. I know, I'm saying it, but the thing is it came up 3 times, so I got to go with my intuition. Some of you, this could actually get started romantically in like October. But that's what I mean, like, strap in because it's going to be a while, but also don't stop dating because of that. Because, again, there's no certainty here. There's no guarantee. This Scorpio coming in could be the next person they date. And you know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of wiggle room. And the thing is, I don't even think the universe knows how this is going to go. I don't mean to say that as a cop-out. I just mean there's a lot of factors in this person's life that they don't really have to do with you. So it's like, that's why the energy isn't being presented to me with clarity, because it's like, it's their choice. Like, I'll let Leo know if they're coming in, but like, there's a lot of like, well, sorta, like they're thinking, but they don't know. So, I mean, that's not super sexy, right? Don't you want them to know? But you've also probably been in a similar position. So, you know, empathy will serve you well. Yeah, anyway. Yeah, all right, I'm going to leave it at that, Leo. I'll see you next week, I promise. I'm trying to keep these a little bit shorter this week. So let's do Aries. Let's move on to Aries. In fact, actually, before I do that, Leo, are you still there? Let's build romance on this person that if Leo resonated with that last storyline, what's the deal romantically? Where are they at? Where's Leo's person's at? I just want some confirmations from romance angels. I'm seeing wedding card, but I think that has to do with like their ex. Religious factors. Your love life is being influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. Okay, so not the sexiest cards. That could also have to do with marriage vows, right? And then pay attention to the red flags. The signs are cautioning you. And then chemistry. There is a strong magnetic attraction here. All right, cool. Totally digging those vibes because I feel like that kind of represents what's going on. Something about this is a little bit weird. It's not ideal, right? You're wanting to give them the benefit of the doubt because you like them. But at the same time, even if we don't use the term like religious factors, there are just factors in this that they morally oppose what you want in a relationship or what you're hoping for. And rightfully so. You know, you don't need to break code for this person and, you know, I don't know, cut them breaks that they don't deserve. And I'm not making them out to be a bad guy because I really don't sense that. They're just going through something. I don't know what else to tell you. It says free yourself. It's time to take back control of your life. And this is my Capricorn card too. So for some of you dealing with a Capricorn that's just, they're not budging, they're probably not going to budge for a while. All right. Excuse me. That's what I got for you, Leo. Sip of water. Sorry, guys, that wasn't the most sexy one, but maybe next week will be better. All right. Let's do it. Aries. All right, we'll keep using this one. I'm kind of into this one. No, actually, let's do this one. We'll clarify with that one. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Tower and the Ace of Cups. Maybe that's good, though. If Tower comes with the Ace of Cups, I can dig that. We'll see. Maybe it's just extreme sexual passion. That Mars energy. All right. Aries, what's up? Let's talk about your love life. Yeah, actually, since that is your card, Aries, maybe that's a good thing. Ace of Cups. New love coming in. Coming in fast. Coming in hot. All right. Split the deck. Aries. Here we go. Ooh, the Angel of Hope, possibly an Aquarius or a Gemini. Lovers, the Angels of Commitment. The Ace of Swords and the Five of Wands. Tests. All right, cool. So, karmic tests, spiritual tests, seeing your level of endurance and tenacity to bring healing to a relationship. It ends in a victory. I like that. So some of you may be getting word from your Aquarius or Gemini. It's not all sunshine and rainbows. So if you are between choices or between lovers, or however you want to say it, one of them is going to come back around to test you to make sure that you've understood the karmic lesson tied to that person. It very likely has to do with setting healthy boundaries for yourself, right? Not overcommitting yourself or not, being codependent, right? Something's going to come back around to test you, but something is also going to come back around to reward you. So possibly two storylines here. Again, in terms of major arcana, Gemini and Aquarius is coming through the strongest. And then, again, possibly a Libra. A lot of air energy. So if you're not dealing with an air sign, this might not be your message. King of Swords, more air signs. Okay. So let's finish this out because I'm going to keep it strictly for my Aries who are dealing with Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. What's the general summation here? What can we expect? Angel of Hope and Angels of Commitment. Something may be testing your commitment to each other. It could be that you got into a really brutal argument or a brutal fight. Interesting. So indifference, Angel of Success, and stress. Angel of Success is the World card here. So again, success, hope, victory. I like all that. Indifference and stress, I feel like the major message I'm getting from this is like a conversation, but a confrontation where it ended with people feeling some type of way. And the thing is, especially because I saw the tower at the bottom of the deck, feels like it escalated very quickly. Like you were joking around and then somebody said that one thing that really pushed your button and somebody's like temper exploded. And so I think I'm sort of getting you guys may have gone through a period where you like gave each other the silent treatment, whether you lived in the same house or you broke up or whatever it was. There was a period of like getting yourself together emotionally and then coming forward to like talk about this issue. I don't know. I have to be honest. For most of you out there dealing with an air sign, there may have been a little trouble in paradise. I think you guys will end up sticking it out and making this better. Do you have to? Absolutely not. But I almost see the Ace of Swords and the Nine of Swords, stress and victory. It's like we make the 10 and the 10 closes out the cycle. And then there's the Angel of Success. So, I mean, certainly this could involve a divorce, right? For most of you, this just feels like, the thing is that I don't mean to minimize it. It feels significant because it could have been an argument that was bigger than you've ever had before. And it really kind of challenged you and tested you in terms of your compatibility or working together to solve a mutual problem. I think most of you will find success on the end of this. I don't think this is going to end the relationship. Of course, though, if you decide to do that, that's fine. You have free will. This feels like a little hurdle. It's testing your commitment, but there's hope and success here. So that's one message, and I'll give you another short one, Aries. Let's switch decks. Yeah, King of Cups, commitment. So if that is you and you are exiting a relationship, you may have a water sign coming in next. Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. All right, let's connect with a whole new group of Aries. One more message in love for Aries. Aries. Whew, it's getting hot in here. Oh, my cheeks bright pink. Usually they get all hot in this giant light under me. So there's your 10 of Swords. So I'm going to read for a new message, but know that it might be related to the last one. So there was an ending because of third-party stuff. And it feels like you were not aware that this was happening for a long time, and you may have found out. Yeah, there's a very heavy-heartedness. I think you were angry, but really just sad, and more angry in terms of like how could they do this to me? That's kind of the vibe I get. Like you view this person as very cold-hearted now. So I hate to rush into this because obviously when you go through something that serious, you need to take the proper time to heal. I actually think. Don't shoot the messenger. I know this can be touchy, right? When you have a lot of love for someone and it ends in a very kind of brutal way. I actually think this is the universe like, well, thank God Aries is out of that. Like, I almost think the universe sees this as they saved you from something that was not great. And obviously it wasn't, right? If you were dealing with someone who was not being faithful and not only that, like lying to you, right? This isn't like, by the way, babe, I have to talk to you. Like there was no confession. You found out and then this person, maybe they still denied it. Like, especially if through the phone, you may have, and I'm not trying to make you all like, Sherlock Holmes out there. Like, if you have a trusting relationship, this probably isn't your message, but yeah, you have to trust your gut and your intuition. A lot of you may discover through like phone texts or something that there's side activity going on. And again, that seems very brutal and heavy. However, I actually see you finding someone quite quickly after. So again, I'm not saying you should rush into something new and be loving from a place of lack or loneliness or just needing someone and what is that expression? Rebounding, right? By all means, rebound as long as you're upfront with the person you're doing that with that, hey, this is what this is. Because otherwise, that's going to be a disaster too. I actually see someone treating you much better. Someone who will actually put you first. Someone who will put in the work with you in a relationship. Yeah, so whatever you're experiencing now, I don't mean to diminish it because I do feel like a lot of you are going through a lot of pain. However, the cards following that are like day and night in terms of you were missing out on something that was so much better for you by staying in a relationship that was, toxic, unhealthy, whatever we want to attribute that one to, where it ended in 10 of Swords. Not fun. And I can tell for most of you, it involved third-party stuff that you were not privy to that until you were, and then that was the ending of the relationship. You have someone coming in who cares so much better for you. They're more emotional, and that I don't know if that scares you off initially, and it might not, but this person's very open with their emotions, there's a really strong, chemistry with you guys. There's a really strong connection here. This person may have even brought you flowers, like, on a first date. This person's like an old school, sentimental, like, hopeless romantic type, but they actually have their shit together. They're not just pining and waiting to be in love, and, like, they've built a really strong life for themselves. They're very grounded, but they have a lot of love to share, and I think for some of you, this person was waiting for you to become single so that they could come in and move forward with some sort of expression of love. Yeah, that's exactly the message here. So I'm not sure if you know who this person is. It could be someone you casually interact with, like at work or socially or something. This person probably would have known that you were in a relationship. It could even be like on Facebook or Instagram or social, something like that, where they kind of, check in on you, not in a creepy way, just because they like you, they think you're cute, right? This may have even had to do with something about a resume or getting a job, or I don't know if they're a recruiter or something about you've interacted with them very minimally. Yeah, this person was waiting for their chance to come in. So here's the thing, Aries. This will take off with flying colors, except for those of my Aries who rush into this relationship but are still pining after the one who cheated on you. That is going to destroy any chance of this getting up and off the ground. So you have choices, don't you? You can take a little break, you can sit one out on the bleachers and get your life together and do the proper healing work, which I would absolutely advocate for all of you, right? You can hop into a new relationship, but I almost see you as self-sabotaging by doing that, because had you met this person before the ex who cheated on you, this probably would have been someone who you spent the rest of your life with, or someone who you married, or something of the sort. But because you're starting this with a lot of kind of open wounds, to say the least, there's a nature to this where you're going in too hot, you're going in too quick, and it's going to end something that has really lovely energy around it. So just be aware of that. That's all. I'm not here to do like fear-based readings or, judge you or reprimand you. That's not what this is about. This is saying this looks so beautiful, but I see this being tricky because this person is all in with you, and I just sort of see you like, I'll be honest, like I'm seeing some of you like in bed with this person after you've been all sexy like, and you're immediately thinking about your ex while you're in bed with this other person. I'm like, that's not healthy, right? Can we just agree like that's kind of fucked up? So again, I'm not here to judge you. I'm just saying I see that being an issue, and like flat out, the way this person broke your heart, you're going to break this person's heart if you do that to them. And so again, an easy way to avoid all that is to be very upfront with what you're looking for. If you're not looking to date or be exclusive, say that up front. And I know that's so hard, but like, half of these tarot readings we wouldn't even need if people were just honoring their authentic truth and sharing it with people, right? And not loving in a state of fear, well, if I say this, what will they do? Or will I lose them? Or what, you know what I mean? When you operate out of truth, you will find the right person. And if you scare someone away, well, they were never your person. You saved yourself months of hassle, right? Anyway, sorry, I'm going to stop lecturing you. Let's switch decks. All right, what's coming in for Aries, whether they're single or looking or whatever the deal is? Messages coming in. Fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, possibly another Aries. There could be a Sagittarius coming out from the cold, or I'm going to have to say a fire sign, but very likely a Sagittarius. I don't know if this is that person or this could be an entirely new person. I don't know. Very likely there's a Sagittarius coming out from the cold, someone who hasn't texted you in a while or who hasn't contacted you in a while. Possibly could have been someone who was a little bit of like a player at one point in time. Doesn't have to be though, but the thing is they're very excited to message you. You seem to be at a crossroads of if you're going to respond. And again, that could be positive in that you may actually be with someone else at the time. So you're like, oh, even if this is like a friend or a whatever, something about a reunion, it doesn't have to be negative, but it's saying this person from your past may come back in, but you may already be with someone. This may involve another Aries, a Capricorn, or again, possibly a Sagittarius. Aquarius maybe for some of you, Cap, Aquarian, Cuspers, I don't know. Anyway, that looks like it could be good, but the decision rests with you. You have options about, who you want to merge worlds with or join worlds with. Oh, there's the world card. Capricorn. All right, Aries, that's what I got for you. Please like, share, subscribe. Let me know in the comments down below what resonates for you. And I will see you next week. I'm probably going to do a very short reading like this, but instead of love, I'm going to do money, career, and finances. So I'll see you then. I'll see you next Tuesday. Bye, guys.